would get on here and say something instead of just using the live to record my guitar playing. See, I run out of memory, and then I'm like really feeling some kind of flow, a little ditty, you know. And what ends up happening is I just use the live and go back and watch it later or erase it because it really doesn't record very well as far as the sound. It may be my headphones. Anyways, I need to take this more serious. I honestly have a lot of things to say that may help somebody, you know. That's really that's what it's about. You know, my family don't like to hear about the things I talk about. They're a little deep. They just want to kind of remain comfortable in their, uh, lives. But me, I'm thinking that if somebody would have told me something when I was a teenager or a young man, maybe it wouldn't have been so tough to learn the hard way. You know, it really feels like it really feels like this society we're in, this history line, whatever you'd like to call it, is fixing to get reset. And I hope it ain't by like a flood or fucking fire or a disease. But either way, gotta lighten up in the moment. You know, it's like it really isn't what you think. All right, so it's not fair. This world's not, and I don't know why we grew up thinking it's supposed to be fair. You know, I grew up pretty poor, very poor. You know, dad on disability, mom non-existent for a few years, didn't even know where she was. Like I didn't think as a kid a whole bunch about how unfair it was. I noticed that some people I went to school with had four wheelers and big houses. Daddy drove a nice truck. I had to get my daddy to drop me off down the road. His vehicles were so rough, and I feel bad now. But as a kid, you just don't want to be seen in that 14-foot long hoopty from the '70s with a two tone. It had a rag top that was ripped all to hell. It was rusted. It had all the hubcaps were missing. Um, he didn't go to town much, so he just put all the trash in the trunk, which was opened because he couldn't close it, and had a clothes hanger holding it down. Speaking of clothes hanger, it also held the driver's side door open. There was a trash bag in the back window. Like it was awful. We had us kids were around like grown drunks cutting and beating the hell out of each other. I seen several people get cut as a kid, and it never really traumatized me. Like I know that people would say there's trauma there, but that's not. Man, you don't know until somebody tells you you're a victim. You just think that's how it is, and this whole society, man, has made us weak, and weak times make hard times, or weak men make hard times. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like really, I don't think anybody gives a fuck if you're gay or not. I don't think anybody gives a shit if you want to be something different. Now, when you start compelling action from people, that makes it that's a different thing, and I disagree with that too. Um, Nobody cares what color you are, especially these days. I grew up in the South, around what you would call redneck, white trash. Man, and they hung with black people just like I hung out with black people. Now, they might have said a couple words that would now be like a thing, but it didn't matter to the people around back then. But, you know, it's not like it's not like most people are teaching the kids to be hateful. There are some. But what happens when you teach your kids that you don't have a chance because of the other person? I relate. My dad, he kind of was the type to not like people with wealth and say it's like since they got it, we can't have it. Like there's a limited amount, but there's not a limited amount of money. And I don't blame him for it because I know the truth. When you know the truth and you quit pointing it at each other and judging everyone, it's not that big a deal. Oh man, thanks. A new subscriber. I've been trying to get organized, but I've had a rough couple years and actually do something with the channel. It always feels like there's a piece missing. Like there's something that, well, there's the kids. I gotta go. Man, Jesus. Hello, sir. Can I have a stride? Yes, sir. That thing ain't been working. You got a tip. There you go. Thank you. No, sir. Hey, you too, man. Thank you. All right. My point was, I don't eat fucking because I made something really weak. I was watching a thing where they were talking about the current administration legalizing weed and how it's ridiculous to be a Schedule One and all this. The truth is, um, all drugs are just a symptom of the problem. Weed ain't gonna do nothing no different than anything else. I mean, if you really want to be honest, I bet McDonald's ends up killing more people than all the drugs and alcohol combined ever. Because that shit now, yeah, that shit right there is rough. It's delicious. But everything's a choice, man, and that was what this country was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be so policed and regulated. I mean, business and the public is just business stuff, and we have somehow been lulled asleep as a society and talked into being like, bringing our home into the business, bringing all the private land into the business side of the world, and we're not even seeing it's a trick bag, man. It's a fucking it's dirty that you don't learn about this stuff, but that's why our families are supposed to stay together. They're supposed to suck up the way they feel. That's what's wrong. We all fucking feel bad and think that we gotta have something to feel better, that we're always gonna love our partner, that we're always gonna fucking, wanna do something with our kids. It's like you don't feel right about your marriage, fuck it, let's bounce. That's not how it was supposed to be, and that's why certain families remain successful. The people running the world, some people think they're the Jesuits, Jews. Some people think that it's this group or that group. It doesn't matter because the reason their families ain't doing all that bullshit they push, all that be a different sex, fucking leave your husband, go get on welfare, kids don't listen to your parents. Their families don't do that, and they are running the world now. We really ain't got no excuses. And I don't judge it, man, because I don't fucking do what I'm supposed to do either. Like my spirit told me a couple years ago that I was supposed to do something with guitar, my music, with podcasts, and just kept putting it off. Oh, I'll wait till we get stable. I'll wait, blah blah blah. We ain't fucking stable 2 or 3 years later. It ain't gonna be stable until you do what your spirit says you're gonna do. Everybody's got that. Well, I lost some people somewhere. Hey guys, well, I appreciate that. I don't know if you're fucking with me or not. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, it's called Fort what? I don't play Fortnite, so it might not be talking to me. But hello to everybody else. Oh, I think they're